welcome to the first installment of the Evolve and Revolve question and answer series. I'm Chris Patterson, but most of you know me as Mr. Echo. Either way, I'm alive, awake, and unbreakable. I was put on this earth to heal hearts and transform minds. So I came up with this Q&A series to help change lives by helping you change the way you think. If you have a question you'd like me to answer or a topic you'd like me to address, follow the instructions in the description box below. But for right now, let's get started. So, I got an email from somebody named JLS, and they asked the question, why do I feel the need to fix broken people? Well, I've got a couple of ideas about why. And I've got a couple of ideas about how to deal with this desire/urge. So, my first idea about why is what's known as motherly intuition. I don't know if you have any kids or not, but most women, whether you have kids or not, have a motherly intuition, even if you don't tap into it. And the way that comes into play here is that mothers always want what's best for the people they care about, even if their idea of what's best isn't actually what's best. Almost every single one of us knows what it's like to tell your mom what you have planned and how you expect to accomplish it, only to be met with statements like, well, what if you try it this way? Or, well, if I were you, I would do it like this. And it's often good advice, but how many times do we follow it? Pretty much never, right? Because we have to do it our own way. And the same reason that we don't take that advice is the same exact reason that that advice is given. Because just like we can't see ourselves doing it in any way other than how we envisioned it, our mothers can't imagine doing it in any way other than how they imagined it. Now keep that in mind, because we'll come back to it in a few minutes. So, my other idea as to why you feel this way is something that requires a little bit more self-reflection. Now, follow me. When I was in high school, if I found myself making fun of or disliking something before I knew anything about it, 9 times out of 10 it was because I saw something in that person or that band or that TV show or that movie or whatever it was that reminded me of myself. And I did what's known as deflecting. And basically, deflecting is when you accuse others of things that you don't like about yourself, and in that way you are deflecting the attention away from the flaws that you see in yourself and on to somebody else's flaws. And so the attention goes there. And that may be what you're doing here. Maybe you see something in these people that reminds you of yourself. And so you're focusing on what you perceive as their flaws, and then you feel like you need to fix that, rather than focusing on the flaw in yourself and trying to fix your own flaw instead. Now, on the surface, it may seem like these ideas have answered your questions, but really understanding why you feel this way doesn't change anything. Now, you didn't give me a lot of insight into your situation, so I may be wrong here, but it sounds to me like the real problem isn't so much why you feel like you need to fix broken people, but instead, the problem is the simple fact that you feel this need. Trying to fix people implies that they in fact are broken, which in actuality may just be your opinion of these people and their situation. And that type of thinking can cause some serious problems in your interactions with others. Who knows? Maybe it already has. So you gotta understand that fixing others requires them to agree with your theory that there's something wrong with them in the first place, that there's something in their lives that does in fact need to be fixed or doesn't work. You know, it's kind of like that joke, how many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? Only one, but the light bulb has to want to change. What if there's nothing wrong with these people? What if you just don't like these people? Or what if you don't like their choices or their behavior? Or what if, like I pointed out earlier about mothers, no matter how much you may care about these people, you simply don't understand the choices that they make or why? Les Brown made a valid point one day. He said, "Can you change other people? No! It's a full-time job just changing yourself." So while it may seem like the first and most obvious solution is to simply not interact with these people that you feel like you need to fix, it sounds easy enough, but what if the people you want to fix are coworkers, friends, or family members? In that case, avoiding them is going to be easier said than done. In some cases, it's not going to be an option at all. So really, there's only one solution. You're going to have to work on yourself. If the problem here is your perception of these people and of their choices, then the solution lies in how you react to your perception of these people and their choices. Pretend that you've gone through whatever they're going through and envision how you would deal with it. And then when you're done with that, remind yourself that they're dealing with it in their own way, just like when you imagined it, you dealt with it in your own way. Be open-minded, be supportive, and try to remember that there will always be things about other people and their lives that you do not know. So when it comes to fixing broken people, the two best pieces of guidance that I can give you are: one, only give your advice or your opinion to those people about their situation and how to deal with it if they ask you for it. And two, when it comes to dealing with those people, don't focus on what you feel is broken with them or in their lives. Focus instead on what you think is broken for you and fix that. Who knows? Maybe once you make some progress, they'll see that progress and they'll follow your example. Remember, nothing changes until you do. I'm Chris Patterson, alive, awake, and unbreakable. See you next time.